Hello everyone, and welcome to Fictional Vortex. So we are back with an interesting series on what if Naruto unlocked the new ability of armor mode. But before we start, I just want to remind you to please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you enjoy my content. Let's start the story. It is a normal warm night in the village of Konoha. Most people have left the market area and went home, so there was a peaceful air about. You could hear the shop owners closing up shop for the day. The ninja patrols had just returned from their duties. Hey, there's the demon. Unfortunately, this was normal as well. A little 6-year-old boy with blonde, spiky hair with rags as clothing was seen running as fast as his tiny legs could carry him. Behind him was a mob of armed civilians. They were armed with anything from planks of wood to swords. The little boy was named Uzumaki Naruto. He was being chased because 6 years ago, a terrifying demon named Kyuubi no Kitsune attacked the village. The Yodem Hokage defended the village, but demons could not be killed, only rendered incapacitated. So the only options to defeat him was seal him or knock him unconscious. The latter was out because it was apparently very hard to knock out a 50-feet fox demon. So he sealed him into the now running boy using the Shinigami, giving up his life as the price of that jutsu. The boy became the Kyuubi Jinchuriki, but because the Kyuubi killed many people, widowing and orphaning many others, people saw the boy as the Kyuubi incarnate. But the boy didn't know this yet. He ran into that alley over there. This day was not his day. First, his ramen went bad and milk was sour, but he didn't check the express date until after he ate. Then when he went to see the old man Sadame, his secretary threw him out. Literally. It's not that hard to throw a malnourished 6-year-old kid. And now this. But his day got even worse when the alley he went into stopped in a dead end. He turned around to see if he could find an escape route before the mob found him. His hopes were crushed immediately. "Got you cornered, demon brat. Now be a good boy and stay still," said one civilian, probably the leader. Naruto wondered if the guy was stupid. First he calls him a demon and then tells him to be a good boy. Then he assumes that he's going to stay still while he gets the crap beaten out of him. Well, I ain't going down without a fight, Naruto thought. One bad thing about being a 6-year-old, you're not that strong. So Naruto aimed at a weak spot and kicked hard. "What are you, act?" said the leader as his precious was kicked. "You, mother F you, kill him now." "Oh, shit," said Naruto as he saw the mob coming towards him. The next few minutes, Naruto was trying to dodge their attacks. But the adults were too strong and fast. They finally got him and started to beat, punch, kick, slash, cut. You know what I mean, the life out of him. Naruto could stand the wooden weapons as he grew a high pain tolerance over the past few years thanks to all the beatings. But he could only yell and cry as he was cut by the knives and swords. He thought, am I going to die? Wait, someone always saved me before, but the Anbu didn't show up. Where's Inu-san when you need him? He was starting to black out due to blood loss. Then he heard, "You weakling. I can't get one moment of peace without you being beat upon." Naruto got scared. What? Where are? Whose voice is that? I must be hearing voices because I lost so much blood. Yeah. Man, I can't even have a normal death. I have to hear imaginary voices before I go. Imaginary? I am most definitely not a creation of your idiot mind. Naruto widened his eyes as he was at a different place. There was no mob, and he was unharmed. But he was in a sewer. What's going on? Over here, whispered a voice. Who are you? Naruto yelled at the direction from where the voice came from. He got no answer, except the voice repeating like a broken record. Better follow. This might tell me what the hell's going on. Naruto followed the whispers until he got to a room with a huge cage in it. The bars were as wide as he was and was 70 feet high. On it was a small slip of paper that said seal. The whispers were coming from there. Come closer. He took 2 steps forward and his eyes widened when he saw the huge pair of red eyes looking at him. Come closer, it said again. No thanks. I'd rather be in one piece. The giant eyes rolled as the voice said, I'm not going to attack you. In fact, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have survived one attack from those village idiots. Where are we, then? We happen to be in your mindscape. Who or what are you and why the hell do I have someone else in my mind? Oh my god, I am going crazy. It finally happened. After all those beatings I'm finally going insane. Kit, you're not going ins. No. The old man is going to put me in the cookie shack forever. Kit, listen to me. I can't be in a straitjacket forever. I need to be a ninja. I need my arms. Kit. The thing roared. Not going insane. Then explain why you're here in my mind. The thing in the cage moved forward out of the darkness for all to see. Or just Naruto in this case. Naruto's eyes widened even more, so much that he felt like his eyeballs would pop out. I see that you finally realize who I am. I am the Great. Why the hell is there a 50-feet furball in my mind? Furball. I will have your head for that, but you said you wouldn't attack me, said Naruto in an innocent voice. Worst part is that Naruto wasn't trying to piss off the Biju. He just was confused and stupid. More stupid than confused, though, thought the beast. As I was trying to say before, I am the Kyuubi the Kitsune. Yeah, I kinda got that figured out already. Kyuubi's eyes widened at that statement. What? How? Did you figure it out? Well, Naruto started to explain, you look like a fox, but I don't know that many that are 50 feet tall. You were defeated on my birthday, and that paper says seal. You're taking this pretty well. Hey, at least I know there is an actual reason the adults are trying to kill me. Yeah, about that. If you don't do something, you're going to die. Now I can help you. My chakra can act as a defense for a little while, so when that happens, run. Okay. Got it. Red chakra seeped out from the cage and surrounded Naruto. The adults were almost finished getting their revenge on the demon brat, when one civilian took out his sword and aimed it at Naruto. Suddenly, red chakra began enveloping the 6-year-old. Shit, the demon is fighting back. Kill it now. The adult with the sword swung it forward, right onto the seal. What? Thought Naruto. Oi, Kyuubi, what's happening? He got no response. Then the red chakra began to cover him entirely. What's happening? Asked one adult. Why isn't he dead yet? Asked another. The chakra then turned into a bloody red color. Naruto started struggling as the chakra engulfed his head. Naruto lost consciousness at that point. Then the chakra formed over his body, becoming like a second skin. Imagine the fourth tail Kyuubi without the ears or the tails. Then he threw a punch and the chakra went forward to the far left of the mob. He swung it right, crushing everyone in its path into the alley wall. Sounds of bones and ribs breaking was heard. Then, Naruto jumped away into the forest. A few minutes later, the Seidame with a few Enbu arrived at the scene. He felt the Kyuubi chakra and came to investigate. He ordered the Enbu, take everyone who needs medical attention to the hospital. The rest goes to Ibiki in the I&A department. He then picked up one civilian and asked, what happened and where is Naruto? The civilian had his ribcage shattered due to Naruto's attack and did not have much time to live. So with a dying gasp, he said, Uzumaki Naruto, that demon will kill us all. And he took his final breath. Naruto opened his eyes to a sunny day. Ow, my head. This feels worse than when my prank went horribly wrong. Note to self. Don't prank the Enbu Black Ops. Wait, what happened? He found himself on a branch of a tree in the forests outside Konoha. Was I running away or something? He started to remember what happened the night before. Oi, Kyuubi, what happened? That idiot stabbed the seal when I was in the process of telling my chakra to protect you, responded the Biju quietly. I know that. Why am I here instead of bleeding to death in an alley? When I sent the chakra, the seal started to use it to protect you, but since I couldn't finish, the seal was stuck on that command. So basically, the chakra engulfed you to protect you and took over your body to escape, he said weakly. Hey, is something wrong? You sound off. Because, Kit, since that idiot of a civilian stopped it midway, the seal took as much as it thought it needed, which was 4 tails of power. 4 tails. So that's why you sound weak. That's not it, Kit. Because the process stopped, the power never returned to me. What? So I have 4 tails of chakra? I just said that, idiot. Then what will happen to me? From what I've seen in here, the seal is holding the chakra in so you can use it however you want. But since the command was to defend you, it can only protect. So what can I do? You can shape the chakra in any way you want basically. Usually you would go in a fox form due to me, but I don't own it anymore. So it's like armor. Yes, in a sense. You can also add other elements to the chakra to make the armor made of a different material, like wood, metal, etc. What about now? Now, the seal should have already created a new form to fit to your mind and thoughts. A new form? Try to activate it. Just say armor release. Okay, here goes nothing. Armor release. The seal glowed for a moment so brightly that it could be seen through his clothing. Wait, he's wearing rags. You could see it anyway without it going glow in the dark. Then the red chakra seeped out from the seal and engulfed the boy and created the second skin. But it wasn't done. The seal took Naruto's thoughts on the Kyuubi and changed the form. The bone of his skull near the temples protruded and made two identical horns. 3 spikes of bone popped out on each shoulder. A blade of bone came out of each of his elbows. Some chakra turned solid so his forearms and hands turned into a rock-like arm. Imaging Hellboy's arm but for both arms. Naruto went to the nearest water source and looked at his reflection. He looked like I look like a demon. Naruto said horrified. Must be because I'm a demon, so the seal took that knowledge and made that form. Turn it off. Say armor seal. Armor seal, said the demonic Naruto. He glowed white for a moment and then the white shattered, showing a normal Naruto underneath. That was creepy. But I felt so strong. Oh man, I can't wait to show the old man my new abilities and, wait, the old man. He's probably worried that I just disappeared. Better hurry back. Naruto headed in the direction of Konoha. Naruto walked the streets of Konoha ignoring the glares of the villagers. He got to the Hokage tower and went inside. He walked until he saw the Hokage's secretary. She glared at him and was about to open her mouth to say get out when Naruto growled, don't say anything. I had a bad night and a messed up morning. So I wouldn't mind if you shut your mouth before I do it for you. He let out a little of killer intent. Now since this was the Hokage's secretary, she was used to this tiny amount of ki, but the Hokage in his office felt it, and opened the door. Naruto? Naruto? You're okay. Come inside, we have much to talk about. The secretary growled, Hokage-sama, to let this brat inside would be a waste of your time. The Hokage said with a glare to the secretary, I appreciate your opinion. The secretary smirked at Naruto. So you're fired. Now get out of my sight before I send the Anbu after you for almost breaking the law of calling Naruto a demon. The secretary stuttered trying to think of an excuse when she saw his seriousness. She then left with her head down. Naruto and the Hokage went inside his office. So Naruto, what happened? Well, the villagers decided it was time to play pin the pointy object in the demon brat. The Hokage winced at that, knowing that his law couldn't protect Naruto at all times. And how did you get away? Kyuubi? The leader's eyes widened. Naruto, you know about the Kyuubi? Yep, met him last night. And he isn't the big scary monster I expected him to be. Hey, who says I'm not scary? The Kyuubi said with a growl to try and scare the boy. The Hokage felt like he had to sit down. Naruto knew. But on the good side, he was still chipper as before. Well, Naruto, I'm glad you're okay. Oh yeah, old man. Something happened to the seal and now I have new abilities. Naruto said with a grin, obviously happy about his newfound powers. The seal? The Hokage thought. I'll have Jiraiya look at it when he comes back. What abilities, Naruto? Naruto's grin got even bigger if that was possible as he said, armor release. The Hokage started panicking as the red chakra came out, assuming the worst, but when the armor was out, he was more terrified. Naruto looked like a hellish monster. Pretty cool, Neijiji. Cool would be the last word to describe it, thought the old man. Naruto, what's going on? Naruto explained everything the Kyuubi told him. He told him about what happened to the seal and why the armor looked like how it is. The old man rubbed his temples. I'm too old for this shit, he said quietly. But Naruto heard him and said, well, maybe you shouldn't be Hokage. Why don't you give me the hat and I'll take care of everything? After all, shit happens. The Saidame smiled, thinking he was glad that the new development didn't change Naruto since he still wanted to be Hokage. Well, it seems you're going to need to train. Naruto got serious and said, yeah, if the villagers don't kill me before I get strong. Sarutobi frowned and would say something if that wasn't true. Then Naruto heard, hey kid, why don't you leave the village for a while to train? That way you won't be disturbed. Naruto pondered about this possibility and told the Hokage what Kyuubi told him. The Saidame got worried. I won't allow it. I can't let a 6-year-old boy wander the land by himself. Naruto's face showed changing emotions from listening to as if he wasn't sure to determination. Hey, old man. Kyuubi just told me that as long as there isn't another stab to the seal, the chakra will protect me. Unless an experienced ninja comes to attack, I'll be okay. The old leader thought, well, why would a ninja attack a little boy? He should be safe, and if not, he does have that armor form with him. Okay, Naruto. But I need to tell the council something. Anything you or the fox can think of? Naruto stayed quiet for a few moments and suddenly picked his head up and said, Kyuubi says that we could tell that I discovered a long-forgotten technique and I need to train elsewhere so I won't put anyone in danger. Fine, what would the technique be called? Naruto said with an even bigger grin, Yorudan Jutsus, armor-style techniques. Naruto looked back at Konoha when he got to the village gates. This is the last time I'm going to see the place for 7 years. But I'll be back. Naruto said to no one in particular, I'll be back to be a ninja, show everyone that I'm the demon incarnate, and give an ass-kicking to all those idiots here. He turned around and left. Thanks for reading, and again please read and review. And I will try to pair Naruto with someone, but I'll leave the choice up to you guys. I put up a poll, so please vote. A normal day in the village, Azumo and Katetsu, the gate guards, were bored out of their minds. They couldn't understand why they were always picked for guard duty. Why don't they make a Hyuga do it? As the day dragged on, a lone figure came walking to the gate. They weren't sure if he was a ninja, but considering his clothing, they voted against it. He was wearing a t-shirt and cargo pants. But that wasn't the thing that threw them off. Everything was white. What ninja wears white? He also had black chains on his arms, making a clinking sound as he walked. If this was a ninja, then he was either very stupid or very strong and brave. But if you knew who this was, you would probably think he's both. Azumo yelled, Stop right there. What is your business in Konoha? The stranger replied, I was on a training trip for the past 7 years and was a resident of Konoha. I have been all over the elemental countries and just came back from Kumo without any rests. So I would very much like it if you would leave me the hell alone. The tired stranger walked on by the gate guards and toward the Hokage tower. Katetsu said, Who was that guy? Why the hell would a Konoha citizen go to Kumo? As he remembered what the Raikage did to the Hyugas 5 years ago. I'm more concerned in what is he? He can't be a ninja with that color of clothing, can he? Said Azumo. Better have Enbu keeping track of him. I'll go notify them. The Saidame stared at his archenemy. This fearsome foe would not be defeated and has been the bane of all cages. I will someday finish and read the Icha I bought. You will not break me. Paperwork. As he started to fill out, he heard a voice behind him saying, Icha? Wait a minute, old man, you're a pervert? The Saidame froze and got ready to attack, but before he turned around he realized something. Old man? There's only one person who would dare call me that. He turned and saw the stranger, and recognized him immediately. If you have no idea who this is, stop reading. I will not have such people reading my story. The Saidame brightened and with a huge smile said, Naruto, you're back. There stood Naruto. First thing Sarutobi noticed was that he was the regular height for his age. He was malnourished back then, so he was short for a 6-year-old. But the second thing he noticed was, Naruto, why are you wearing all white? It's not exactly ninja color. Old man, I'm wearing white because of 2 reasons. First, I want to attract attention. My new abilities aren't the stealthiest moves, but they pack a wallop. So it's easier if they find me. Second, because it makes everyone think that I'm not a ninja, so they leave me alone. The Saidame had a worried look, but that would be dangerous for you. Naruto smirked. I'm not a little kid anymore. I'm a lot stronger than you think. Let me show you. He went up to the door and punched. The door was blasted off its hinges and slammed into a passerby ninja. Suddenly, Enbu appeared to protect the Saidame. One of them with a hawk mask asked, Hokage-sama, are you unharmed? Hokage-sama? Sarutobi looked like a gaping fish. What strength, he thought. It could rival Guy's. Then he noticed the Anbu and waved them away. The Anbu looked at each other and nodded in agreement that the Hokage was not in danger. They shushined away. Naruto, what have you been doing? asked the Saitame. Inside, he kinda didn't want to know. But he also wanted to show the idiots on the council that Naruto had turned this powerful. They hadn't put faith in his new abilities when he told them Naruto left. Flashback. What? Yelled one of the councilmen. What do you mean the demon left? Sarutobi thought, must not kill. Must not kill. Must, not, kill. He has left to train his new techniques, the Yoriten jutsus. But how can we let that demon roam free? We should send assassins to kill, act. The councilman had a kunai in his throat, courtesy of Sarutobi. Does anyone else have similar thoughts? He said, releasing huge amounts of ki. No one said anything. Good, then I must go back to my office. Wait, Hokage-sama, said Hiyashi Hyuga, is it really okay for Konoha to let the Kyuubi Jinchuriki alone? Should we not send an escort? The Saitame said, he has met the Kyuubi. There were gasps throughout the room with many concerned looks. He continued, according to the fox, he will be protected by its chakra, so there is no need. Hiyashi looked satisfied with that answer. But some others grumbled, saying that the demon should still be brought back and forced to teach his moves. Some others were saying that the Hokage has gone senile. Sarutobi looked around the room and said, if there are no further questions, then meeting is adjourned. Flashback end. Naruto smiled at the leader of Konoha and said, well, first thing, I'm slowly absorbing the Kyuubi. At this, the Saidame's eyes widened. Explain. Kyuubi said that because I'm training to be stronger, the seal thinks I'll need more chakra to support my Yoriten jutsus. So it's adding more tails. But I only gained one more. So I am up to 5. But that's not the cool part. Sarutobi was amazed that the Yodame's seal was so complex. Wait, the cool part? Last time he said that he was in a demon armor. I don't like how things are going. What's the cool part? Naruto's grin got bigger. The Saitame thought, one day, something really cool is going to happen and his smile is going to be so big, it'll get stuck there. Naruto said, well, basically, because I didn't have enough chakra control, it took me 4 tails to activate the armor, but now it takes 1. Plus I've made new armor. Now I have 5 armors in total. 1 for each tail. Problem is that I can only use each once. Then I have to recharge. What are your new armors? Naruto leaned forward and said in a playful voice, not telling. The Hokage face faulted into the desk, making Naruto laugh. Sorry, but you have to see it if you want to know. The Saitame sighed and rubbed his temples and said, I'm too old for this shit. Naruto said with a smirk, we all know that. The Saitame sighed again. Anyways, the Genin exam is today. Here's the room hash. Now get out before you give me a migraine. Naruto left laughing all the way to the academy. Iruka looked at his class. There were few promising people in his class and many not so promising. The most promising was the rookie of the year, Uchiha Sasuke. If only he wasn't obsessed with revenge. There was the Ino Shikacho trio. There was the Inuzuka, who was hot-headed as usual. And there was the shy Hyuga. With them were many fangirls that were obsessed with the Uchiha. Stupid pig. Get off my Sasuke-kun. Your Sasuke-kun? He's mine? Shut up. Iruka yelled using the big head jutsu. Now if you will focus, you have your Genin exam today. You will be tested on the 3 academy jutsu, accuracy, and taijutsu. First up is, wait, who are you? A stranger wearing all white came into the room. He said, this is where the Genin exam takes place, right? Iruka eyed him with suspicion. He thought, what ninja wears all white? Do you have permission to take the exam? The stranger gave Iruka a slip of paper signed by the Hokage. Okay class. We have a new student, why don't you introduce yourself? He shrugged. Okay. My name is Uzumaki Naruto and the only user of the Yoriten jutsus. Armor style. That sounds like a crappy jutsu. The armor would slow you down, said Kiba, as his style of fighting depended on speed. Plus, what ninja wears white? You must be pretty stupid or brave, said Sakura, voicing everyone's opinion. Naruto smirked. Or maybe I'm just confident. Doesn't matter how confident you are. You can't beat Sasuke-kun. Enough, yelled Iruka using the big head jutsu again. You can argue after the exam, understand? Hi. Good. Now everyone take a seat in Mizuki-sensei, or I will call you in the examination room for the jutsu part of the test. Naruto didn't pay attention to who passed or who failed. He was just looking around at his new classmates. It seems that is Aburame with his coat and glasses. Can't really tell much. Gotta keep an eye on him. That boy eating the snacks must be an Akamichi. Wait, that emo up there, why does he look familiar? What did that pink banshee call him? An Uchiha? Uzumaki Naruto called Iruka. Hi, I'm coming. When he was in the examination room, he saw Iruka and Mizuki sitting behind a table. Okay, Naruto, please do a transformation please, said Iruka. Naruto thought for a moment and got a mischievous grin on his face. He did a couple of hand signs and was covered in the smoke. When the smoke cleared, it revealed a naked, beautiful blonde girl with pigtails. Her private parts were covered barely by the chakra smoke lingering about. Iruka and Mizuki got wide-eyed and then were shot across the room by the blood from their nose. By that time, Naruto had released the henge. Naruto, what the hell was that? That was my Oiroke no Jutsu. It's perfect for distracting men and defeating perverts, he said with a grin. But then it turned into a frown. But it actually backfires with women. Seriously, what was with that granny? She nearly killed me with that punch. And what was with the pig? Naruto, said Iruka, obviously confused on what the kid was babbling about. We need you to do a replacement. Naruto thought for another moment and got another mischievous grin on his face. Oh. He disappeared in a poof, but didn't appear anywhere. Where did he go? Asked Iruka. Did he do a replacement? It looked more like a shushin to me, said Mizuki. But that's the trick. It can really fool your enemies if you do it right. Iruka turned toward Mizuki and saw Naruto standing on top of Mizuki's head. He looked back and saw his headband that he used as a head covering on the floor where Naruto used to be. Get the hell off my head, you brat, yelled Mizuki. As Naruto got off, laughing the whole time, mind you, Iruka wondered how Mizuki didn't notice him in the first place. Okay Naruto, last part. Do the bunshin. You need to make at least 3. Iruka-sensei. Does it matter what kind of bunshin? What kind? Why doesn't he just do the regular bunshin? Questioned Iruka. No, Naruto, it doesn't matter. Naruto smiled before making a cross-shaped seal. Kage bunshin no jutsu. 5 Narutos appeared in poofs. Iruka and Mizuki's jaws dropped as they saw an academy student do a class kinjutsu without difficulty. When Iruka got his jaw off the ground, he said, Naruto, you passed this part of the exam. Go back to the classroom until it's time for the next part. Naruto walked back and laid his head on the desk. Little did he know someone was watching him. And Naruto-kun. He's back, thought the shy Hinata. She happened to know the boy because of what he did years ago. Flashback: Hinata was getting bullied again by 3 boys. Hey, Hyuga Eris. You think you're better than us, don't you? Said one of the boys. And no, I don't. You're lying. Of course you think you're better than us. How could a princess understand how we live as poor people? I'm sorry. No, you're not. You just want to chicken out. What? Can't fight us? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you're rich you could hire bodyguards. Well, we'll make sure that you feel true sorrow, not that fake sorry. The boys ganged up on her. Hinata closed her eyes expecting the pain to come. But there was nothing. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3, then she heard, wow. That's very courageous of you guys. Free version 1. Why don't you just leave her alone? She opened her eyes and saw a kid her age with blonde spiky hair. The biggest and probably the leader took a step forward. Get out of our way. Then you'll be first to get your butt kicked. The big guy took a step and pulled back his fist. Right then, the kid hit the leader in the gut with lightning-fast reflexives and knocked the air out of him. Who's getting their butt kicked again? He said with a smug look, but that didn't stay for long. The other 2 guys snuck up on him and grabbed each arm. Hey, get off! Unsurprisingly, they didn't listen. The leader got his air back and had a look of rage on his face. That hurt a lot. Let's see how you like it. Hinata could only hear the sounds of hitting as she closed her eyes to avoid seeing the beating. The boys got tired of the kid after and said, You're next, princess. But me and my boys are tired. We'll get you next time. The kid with the blonde spiky hair laid on the ground. Hinata was about to go to him to help, but he started moving and got up on his own. He looked like a mess. He was black and blue everywhere. He also had one black eye. I'm sorry. The kid looked at her with a confused look. What are you sorry for? It's my fault that you got hurt. No, it's mine. It was my choice to help a girl in trouble. Besides, I barely felt a thing. He tried to put on a brave look, but failed miserably due to his bruises. But, no buts. Anyways, I got to go. The old man is gonna kill me if I'm late. Bye. He ran, but because of the one black eye, his shoulder slammed into the tree. Hinata thought deeply to bring him back to her household to get him medicine, but by the time she looked up, he was gone. Flashback end by stalking, gathering information. She learned about his name and his never-give-up attitude. She grew a crush on the boy, but he left the village soon after. Iruka and Mizuki came back into the room. Iruka announced, "We will be doing the next part of the exam now. Come outside for the accuracy test." Cliffhanger. Sorry. My brain hurts. The poll is not working on mine. I have no idea why, but you can still see the choices up there. So send me a review of who you want to pair with Naruto. Plus let me add another choice. If you want another character, tell me. If enough people vote for the same character, I'll put her up officially on the poll for everyone to see. I have Hinata here, but it doesn't mean she'll end up with him in the end. The class gathered outside. Now, said Iruka, we will do the accuracy part of the exam. First up. Naruto kinda spaced out. He saw that Sasuke got 9 points and Hinata and Shino got 7 points. Most got 4 or 5 points. Then he heard, Uzumaki Naruto, it's your turn. Naruto walked up to Iruka. Okay, Naruto, said Iruka, this part of the exam will test you on your accuracy. You need to have at least 3 out of 10 hits to pass. Now please throw the 5 kunai and shuriken that are placed over there. Naruto? Hi. Where's the kunai and shuriken? Kunai and shuriken? Kunai and shuriken? Oh, do you mean those pointy things? Pointy things? Thought Iruka with a twitch. Yes, the pointy things. Naruto pointed to the targets. Iruka turned toward that direction and saw every projectile had met its mark. Iruka's eye widened before he said, nice job, Naruto. But can I ask something? Why did you throw the pointy things before I said go? Iruka had some difficulty calling the weapons such a demeaning name. Naruto had a sheepish grin. Well, it's an old habit of mine to throw all pointy things when I see them. When you travel by yourself, your policy becomes throw all pointy object first, ask questions later. Sounds too much like a certain snake mistress, thought Iruka. Well, you get a perfect 10. Now it's time to take the last part of the exam. As you can see, we have this bowl with slips in it. Each slip has a name on it in Mizuki and I will choose randomly to create matches. Understand? Naruto was still tired from traveling all the way from Kumo and would have fallen asleep, but most of the battles were quick and short. Most of the fangirls lost almost immediately. Naruto laughed when one girl, I think her name was Haruno Sakura, was chased off the field by Shino's bugs. Even afterwards, she would be rubbing her arms and slapping herself at random times to make sure there weren't any bugs still around her. But all in all, there wasn't any long battles, and when he heard his name, he decided to keep it that way. A cranky Naruto is sometimes the worst Naruto. Uchiha Sasuke vs Uzumaki Naruto, announced Iruka. There's no way some doby is going to even lay a hit on me, said Sasuke, oozing with confidence. No, seriously, there was this weird aura around him. Hajime. Sasuke took one step forward and threw a punch. Naruto, who still wanted this to end early no matter the cost, just ducked. When Sasuke got close enough, with half his strength, which is still a lot, he punched the Uchiha in the gut. Sasuke flew 10 feet across the field with the wind knocked out of him. He spent the next minute trying to get it back. Uzumaki Naruto wins. What? That's impossible. Sasuke-kun could never lose. He must have cheated, exclaimed Sakura. Many fangirls agreed with the pink annoyance and would have attacked Naruto if something didn't stop them. That something was the look Naruto had. It was the look of a cranky Naruto, which basically said bother me and I'll punt you over the village. And looking how far Sasuke flew with a punch, it didn't seem impossible. After a few minutes, Iruka had grouped the class. Sasuke was standing but was constantly glaring at Naruto. Ah, if only looks could kill. Actually, if they did, then half the village would be killed in the morning by cranky Naruto. Iruka said proudly, "Congratulations, you all pass. Please pick up a forehead protector before you leave. Remember team assignments at 9 tomorrow." Naruto picked up a headband and tied it around his neck. He didn't want it on his forehead since it made his hair spikier than usual. Unknowingly to him, a certain Hyuga was ecstatic that her crush was wearing the forehead protector in the same style as her. Naruto left to go back to his apartment, but not before feeling a small, minuscule amount of anger and frustration. Damn it. Everyone passed, even the demon. I guess I'm going to have to steal the scroll myself, thought the silver-haired Chunin, Mizuki. Snore. Naruto was finally getting the rest he needed. Of course, due to all the idiots in the village trying to kill him in his sleep, he was still alert to his surroundings. But nothing was happening. Nothing at all was. An alarm from the Hokage Tower rang throughout the village. It usually meant security breached. Naruto opened up one eye. Damn it. I finally was getting some sleep. I'd sleep some more, but I'm a ninja now. Genin or not, I still have duties. Naruto sighed before having an even crankier look. Whoever woke me up is a dead man. Naruto stepped outside and wondered where he was going to start. He didn't even know who it was that infiltrated the Hokage Tower. So how the hell was he going to find one person in this huge? Naruto saw something that ticked him off a little. It was Mizuki stealthily running with a huge scroll on his back. What ticked him off was his stealth skills were pathetic. How the hell have the Anbu not located him yet? He's giving ninjas a bad name. He decided to follow him. Mizuki stopped suddenly. I know you're there. Naruto was about to come out of his hiding place behind a tree when Iruka came out. Iruka-sensei. What's he doing here? Mizuki. What are you doing with the forbidden scroll? I'm taking to Lord Orochimaru. When I do, he will reward me with such strength, not even the Hokage could stop me. Ha 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 ha. Crazy and stupid. Not a good combination. I should probably step in. Mizuki grabbed his huge shuriken on his back, started to spin it and threw it at Iruka. Sorry, Iruka. But now you know, so you have to die. Iruka tensed, ready to dodge at any moment when suddenly a barrage of kunai and shuriken hit the giant one and made it go off course. Who's there? Show yourself, yelled Mizuki. Naruto stepped out and said, pointy things blockade technique, works every time. Ah, the demon brat. Mizuki said with venom in his voice. Then his face changed and he had a huge grin. Even if he's a genin, he has perfect accuracy. Can't have both of them teaming up. So I guess there's no other choice. Oi, do you know why you're called a demon all the time? Wait, Mizuki, don't say it, it's forbidden, cried Iruka. It's because the Kyuubi is sealed in you. You're the Kyuubi, now die. He threw his second shuriken at Naruto, thinking that he is too distraught to dodge. But then Naruto made one seal and a poof was heard. Smoke covered his hand and when it cleared, a sword had appeared in his hand. The sword was all white in color, just like Naruto's clothes. The hilt was the same as any other sword. But the guard had 3 curves running from one end to another. The sheath was all white and pure like the snow. The blade had a silver metal part and near the edge of the blade was a white wavy design. On the bottom of the hilt, there was a sash connected by a chain. But between the sash and the chain, there was a ball. A ball with a smiley face on it. Naruto grinned. Unfortunately, I learned of the Kyuubi long ago. He's the reason I had to leave in the first place because I got a new style of jutsus I had to train, the Yoriten jutsus. Yoriten? I've never heard of that before, must be a bluff. Naruto continued. Now normally I wouldn't talk about it or think about using it against a lowly chunin. Mizuki got angry. A lowly chunin? I'm going to have fun killing him. But Naruto wasn't done. I wouldn't use it if I wasn't so pissed off. You woke me from my nap, so you are going to pay. Both men's sweat dropped. He's angry because he was awoken from a nap. Naruto then turned to Iruka. Iruka-sensei, what's the mission? The mission was to bring the forbidden scroll back and bring in Mizuki dead or alive. Naruto got a kinda creepy grin. Okay, too much like Anko. Dead, huh? Mizuki smirked. You think you can kill me? A genin? Naruto made a seal both men couldn't recognize. Then he shouted, Yoriten. Hibakumoto, Havoc Mode. Suddenly red chakra seeped out and made the second skin. To both men, it seemed like the Kyuubi was taking control. But then the chakra glowed white. When it stopped glowing, both men's eyes widened and had similar thoughts. What the fuck is he? One of the new armors Naruto used. It was called Havoc Mode because it created much havoc. He had armor on his chest, arms, and legs. He had metal claws over his chest. They seemed to cover something. On his back were an assortment of big and small buzzsaws. He had small buzzsaws on his forearms and the front of the legs. All the metal looked rusted. Basically, he looked like an industrial accident. Whatever that is, it looks like a close range. As long as I keep my distance, I'll be fine, Mizuki thought. Then Naruto stretched out one hand toward Mizuki and his hand shot forward. It grabbed him by the throat. He looked and saw a chain connecting his hand and arm. What the hell is he? His hand and arm were one before that jutsu, but now. Naruto grinned. I bet you're wondering what happened. The Kyuubi chakra engulfs my entire being like a second skin. But the appearance is like this because I put some rusted metal into here and created this armor. So even though it seems like my hand is dislocated, it's just the look. All that's grabbing you is chakra. Then Naruto got serious. But you're going to die here. I guarantee it. Mizuki nervously chuckled. You kill me? That's completely ridiculous. Naruto pulled back. Mizuki went flying to Naruto, and when he was really close, the claws over his chest grabbed Mizuki. From that distance, Mizuki could see under the claws were large needles that had the width of a human arm and many buzzsaws. The claws pulled him closer and Mizuki widened his eyes in realization on what was going to happen. He started to struggle, but it was too late. Screams of pain could be heard throughout the entire forest. Iruka held his hand over his mouth, trying to make sure the puke doesn't come out. This boy, he's not normal. Yoriten. Hibakumoto, Setsuden, mutilation, said Naruto. Kills your target while disturbing the others. I only use it when I'm pissed off. Even so, this is too cruel, thought Iruka. Mizuki was a full human. All that was left of him was strips and chunks of flesh and tons of blood. Naruto glowed white and the white shattered, showing a Naruto without any blood on him. He then left toward in the direction of his home while saying, I'm going back to sleep. When he was gone, Iruka said quietly, no normal child could sleep soundly after what just happened. He looked in the direction of Naruto. Naruto, what happened to you? In the inside, he kinda didn't want to know. The Seidame sat quietly, thinking. He saw the whole thing with Mizuki and felt the same way as Iruka, except he thought he knew what had happened to him. Damn it. I knew I shouldn't have let him train with Kyuubi. That sly demon must have corrupted him. He called for the Anbu. Hawk, when Uzumaki Naruto wakes up, bring him here. Hi, Hokage-sama. Naruto woke up and stretched. He was finally not cranky. He suddenly narrowed his eyes and took out his sword. He then pointed it at thin air. An Anbu appeared right where the sword was pointing at. The Anbu widened his eyes. This was impossible. How could a kid detect him? Uzumaki-san, said Hawk, still keeping his calm demeanor. You have been summoned by the Hokage-sama. Naruto sheathed his sword. Fine. As Hawk got ready to leave, he said, and Anbu-san. Next time use the front door unless you need to put a new hole in you. Okay, Anbu-san. I wonder if this has got to do with what happened last night. Well, better go. Can't have the old man waiting on me. Who knows when he'll croak. Naruto knocked on the door to the Hokage's office. He heard, come in. Hey old man. What's up? The Seidame had a very serious look on his face. Naruto, sit down. We have a lot to discuss. Naruto put up a serious look immediately and sat down. Sarutobi sighed. Naruto, first, I heard from Iruka. He said you used the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Where did you learn it? It is a technique of Konoha. When you're a demon and lived for thousands of years, you pick things up. Kyuubi taught it to me. I knew it. The fox is probably the reason of Naruto's behavior with Mizuki. Okay, then what about that punch from yesterday? The one you used to break my door. Naruto shuddered before he said, in one of the gambling towns, I met a lady that punched me through a wall. I just studied her technique and learned that if you gather and release chakra with precise timing, you could imitate super strength. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. Then Naruto got into a fetal position. Please, no more punches. I don't like walls. I won't call you Granny anymore. Gambling? Super strength? Granny? It sounds like Tsunade. Naruto yawned. Is that all, old man? No, one more thing. The way you killed Mizuki, why? Why what? Why did you kill him so cruelly? Don't worry. My answer isn't, because I can, it's because I hate traitors. They're worst kind of filth. Why do you hate traitors so much? Naruto clenched his fist. Because all my life, I was beaten, cut, and burned. But what hurt me the most was when the people who got close to me, betrayed me. They only got close so I wouldn't suspect them and they backstabbed me. In some cases, he really was stabbed in the back. The Hokage relaxed. He was relieved that Naruto wasn't a psycho. Even Enko wasn't psycho. She just acted crazy. Orochimaru was a psycho person. Okay Naruto. You can go now. Okay. I need ramen anyways. I haven't gone to Ichiraku's since I came back. The Hokage silently laughed at that as Naruto left. Well, it seems some things remained the same. Naruto went into the tiny restaurant. Tucci asked, "Welcome. Can I take your order?" I'll just take one of everything." Tucci's eyes widened. One of everything? But he looked at this stranger closely. He looks familiar. Wait, I know only one blonde that would eat one of everything. Naruto. Hi, old man Ichiraku. Where's Ayame? I sent her on an errand. Wait, one moment. I'll be ready with the food. And it's on the house. Wait. I appreciate it, but I rather not bankrupt you. I'm paying and I not taking no for an answer. Now get my food before I pay more. Tucci roared with laughter before he got back to cooking. 30 minutes later, Naruto finished his 17th bowl of ramen. He paid the correct amount and left a big tip. Then he left toward the academy. Despite eating a big breakfast, he wasn't the last one in. The last ones were the presidents of the Sasuke fan club. They were fighting over who gets to sit next to their precious Sasuke. He saw them coming toward him. He was wondering why that was when he looked left of him and saw the brooding Imo next to him. The pair got to the seat they were fighting over. Ino saw who it was and clammed up. Sakura did not. Hey. Move. I want to sit next to Sasuke-kun. Sakura clamped her hand over her mouth when she realized she just yelled at the one person that would end her life over a bowl of ramen. Naruto stood up and looked at Sakura. She was shaking with fright. He then laughed like crazy. Don't worry. I don't hurt girls. Sasuke smirked. What, Uzumaki? You afraid? Yes I am. Kiba pointed a kunai at Naruto's neck. How are you going to be a ninja if you're afraid of a little girl? You must be completely terrified of this kunai here. Come on, try and stop me. Everyone's sweat dropped at that. No one could tell if he was dense, stupid, or acting. Either way, they were afraid of what happened. Except Kiba. What happened? Naruto sighed. I burned her stuffed animals, chopped her bed, skewered her pillows, and sawed her mirrors in half. Everyone's sweat dropped at that and the same thought. He's stupid. Kiba asked, what did she do? She tied me down and blew up the house, Naruto said in a casual tone. Everyone's sweat dropped. Something was wrong with this guy. Before Kiba could ask about anything else, Ino pulled Kiba away. Iruka came into the room. Okay, everyone sit down. No one listened. He used the big head jutsu. No one listened. Apparently, after years of the academy, they got used to it at the end. Then Naruto gathered Kyuubi chakra to his throat. He then said with a demonic voice, everyone, shut up and listen. Everyone went back to their seats quickly before Naruto got pissed. Well, actually it was the boys. The girls took their time going back. Thank you, Naruto, said Iruka. Now I'll announce the teams. Naruto fell asleep. It wasn't because he was tired, but because he thought it would piss other people off. He awoke when he heard, Team 7 is consisted of Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura, and Uzumaki Naruto. Sakura was celebrating when she heard that she was on the same team as her Sasuke-kun while Ino was complaining. Teams 8 and up are canon. Stay here until your Junin senseis come. But, congratulations, you are all genin. Naruto was looking at Sasuke. Uchiha, the name's familiar. Who does he remind me of? In his mindscape, Kyuubi growled, Madara, your head is mine. Naruto came back to the outside world around the time when Sakura was talking about her dream and squealing. Maybe I should thank the furball. It seems I avoided something annoying. Oh great, a fangirl, thought Kakashi. Okay, your turn, Emo. Sasuke's eye twitched this time. My name is Uchiha Sasuke. I don't have likes and have many dislikes. Naruto pointed at Sasuke. So you are an emo. He got hit on the head by Sakura, who got over her fear for her crush. Sasuke continued. I don't have any hobbies. Naruto decided that it was smart not to say anything. My dream, no, my ambition is to kill a certain man. Kakashi nodded. Okay, your turn, Blondie. Naruto started. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. My likes are training and ramen. My dislikes are the time it takes to cook instant ramen, people who judge before they know the person, and traitors. My hobbies are training and eating ramen. My goal is to have the power to protect the people I care about no matter the cost and to kill 2 traitors. Who? What does it matter to you? Sakura hit Naruto again. Baka, just tell Sasuke-kun already. Naruto pouted before saying, 2 people of your clan. What? I'm the only survivor of the Uchiha clan massacre. The only Uchiha left is my brother, he said, brother with venom in his voice. Not according to my sources. My targets are Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Madara. Kakashi widened his eye at Itachi, but to Madara, he said, Uchiha Madara is dead. Tell that to my parents. His parents? What does the Yodem have to do with Madara? Thought Kakashi. Why do you want to kill Itachi? Asked Sasuke. I'm the one who's going to kill him, not some dobi. Itachi is a traitor. I hate all traitors. Plus he stuck a kunai in my gut. But he was wearing some weird-ass clothes. It was a black cloak with red clouds. Kakashi thought, I think Jiraiya told me about them. ACAD something or other. Anyways, meet me at Training Grounds 7 for your Genin test. But Kakashi-sensei, said Sakura, we already took the Genin test. The Cyclop Junin eyes smiled. That was a test to weed out the unhopefuls. This test will test if you really are ready to be Genin. By the way, the test has a 66% failure rate. Sakura widened her eyes. Sasuke thought, I'm an Uchiha. As long as I'm on the team, we can't fail. Arrogant bastard. Naruto was thinking, finally a challenge. I haven't have one in years ever since Itachi. Before Kakashi shushined away, he said, oh yeah, don't eat breakfast. You'll puke. Naruto left quickly to figure out a strategy. Sakura noticed that she was alone with Sasuke. Hey, Sasuke, do you want to go on a date? Number? The next day, Naruto woke up and got out of bed. Kakashi better not be late. I'm not going to kill him, but I better use havoc mode to scare him to piss himself. He quickly dressed and ate some ramen. He knows personally that when you don't eat, you'll tire out fast. He left to the Training Ground 7. He saw that no one was there. So he sat down near these 3 stumps in the middle of the field and went over his strategy. He cracked open one eye when he heard footsteps and saw Sasuke. Sasuke went over and sat against the right stump. Of course, after 10 minutes, they both hear, Sasuke-kun. Naruto pitied the boy. He could understand that the Uchiha was not looking for a relationship because of his ambition. But love is blind. But apparently to fangirls, love made them blind, deaf, and stupid. Sakura went over to try her luck again and asked Sasuke out. Naruto went back to thinking. Poor Sasuke. 1 hour later, Kakashi poofed into the field. He was battle-ready with a kunai in each hand, ready to defend himself against Naruto. But when he looked at him, he saw that Naruto wasn't doing anything. He just said, well, only 1 hour late, still not good, but it is an improvement. Kakashi relaxed and put the kunais away. The Junin put a timer on the middle stump. Okay, the test is that you have to take these bells away from me before the timer runs out. He took out some silver bells, but Sakura noticed the obvious. But Kakashi-sensei, there's only 2 of them. Kakashi eyes smiled. You know, I never noticed before, but that's kind of creepy, thought Naruto. That's right. There is only 2, because one of you will fail and go back to the academy. Sakura started to look nervous. Sasuke smirked, thinking that an Uchiha would never lose. Naruto looked a little too excited. So the test is that we'll be fighting him. That's the best challenge I could ask for. You have 1 hour to take these bells. Starting now. Sakura and Sasuke went and hid somewhere in the surrounding trees. Naruto, however, stood still. You're kind of missing the point, aren't you? Naruto put on a big grin before saying, not really, to me. The point is to see how far I've gotten. So I'm going to fight you and judge myself by the results. A genin fighting a Junin. That's going to end well, thought Kakashi. Well, let's see how strong you are. Naruto disappeared and reappeared in front of Kakashi. What the hell? He then threw a punch at Kakashi. Kakashi blocked the punch and was sent flying 10 feet. Seriously? What is he? Guy's apprentice? No wait, no green spandex. Naruto appeared behind Kakashi and tried to sweep his feet, but Kakashi jumped. Then another Naruto hit the Cyclops in the head. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu? How does he know an A-rank jutsu? Is he really a genin? He realized that if he didn't step up, he would get literally pounded into the ground. He waited until Naruto hit him, and a Naruto hit a log. Damn, a substitution. Naruto looked around. Left, right, up, and behind. Where was he? Naruto's eyes widened when he felt hands on his ankles. Doden. Headhunter no Jutsu. Headhunter Jutsu. Naruto was pulled into the ground until he saw everything in an ant's point of view. Below. Never forget that a ninja could be anywhere. Naruto smirked. I didn't. He poofed. Kakashi's eye widened. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu? When did he make one? In the forest, Naruto was removing some dirt off his clothes. Good thing I made some Kage Bunshin before I came here. Naruto decided to wait until Sasuke and Sakura were defeated before he attacked again, but this time, he wasn't holding back. 45 minutes later, Naruto came into the field and saw a unconscious Sakura and the head of Sasuke. Sasuke glared at Naruto. Dobi, get me out. Naruto came over and flicked him. Ow, stop it. He flicked him again. Dobi, you better stop. This went on again and again until Sasuke lost his temper and yelled, Dobi. If you don't stop, I'll kill you. The yelling of Sasuke woke up Sakura. She looked at Naruto and then the head of Sasuke and fainted again. Naruto laughed, saying, totally worth wasting 5 minutes. Sasuke glared. Then get me out. Naruto looked at Sasuke and said, no. Then he went to the middle of the field while Sasuke yelled profanities at him and yelled, Kakashi-sensei, I'm over here. Kakashi poofed into the field with his eye twitching. Are you even trying to act like a ninja? Naruto shrugged. Hey, it got you out here, didn't it? Kakashi opened his mouth to argue when he hanged his head in defeat. Fine, what do you want? I told you. I want to test myself, but I'm going all out now. Naruto put his hands together into a seal Kakashi has never seen before. Then he yelled, Yoriden. Jigoku no Kishimoto, Hell Knight mode. He was engulfed in the second skin and glowed white. Kakashi got ready for whatever was going to happen. Cliffhanger. Ha 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 ha. Kakashi tensed. He read Naruto's file and saw that he had a different style of jutsus called Yoriden. But the file didn't say what it did, so Kakashi got ready for anything. Sasuke's eyes widened. Naruto was glowing. What was that jutsu? He's just releasing huge amounts of chakra. Then he got angry. Why? Why does a dobi like him have this power? I need that power, so why is he so much powerful than me? Sakura woke up due to the white light. She was scared. She never had seen Naruto when he was serious. Actually, she was afraid of Naruto when he was acting normally. The white light died down. All their eyes widened to the transformed Naruto. Naruto had a forehead protector that said hell on it. Imagine Jiraiya's forehead protector except it said hell on it. He was wearing a dark blue shirt with black pants. Over the shirt, he wore a red trench coat. Imagine Dante's clothing from Devil May Cry 4. At the end of the arms of the coat, there were a stone circle on each of his arms. On the stones, there were unrecognizable symbols inscribed in it. On his back, there was a broadsword that was dark red in color with orange cracks. It almost looked like he got a piece of a volcano and fashioned it into a sword. Genjutsu. It must be, thought Kakashi. Naruto grinned before saying, I know what you're thinking. Many of my enemies have had the same thoughts. This is not a genjutsu. Kakashi took out a kunai. Whether it's genjutsu or not, you still can't beat me. A genin has never beaten a junin head-on. Oh, Kakashi-sensei, you don't even know what I can do now yet you still say I'll lose. Naruto rushed toward to Kakashi. He grasped his sword and swung vertically. Kakashi sidestepped and thrust with his kunai. Naruto spinned and slashed horizontally. Kakashi ducked under and tried to sweep his feet, but Naruto jumped away. Kakashi tried to think on what to do now. He's jumpy. I can't hit him easily, so what do I? He looked at Sasuke and remembered something. Hopefully, Naruto wasn't kidding about not losing. He made a couple of seals and ended with the Tora sign. Kaden. Gukakyu no Jutsu. A giant fireball came toward Naruto. He smirked. He held up one hand and just stood there. Kakashi was starting to panic. If he killed Naruto, the Hokage would have his head. The fire hit Naruto and exploded. Oh, shit. Thought Kakashi, thinking he just incinerated his student. But then all the fire and smoke was pulled in as if there was a black hole. When all the fire and smoke cleared, it revealed Naruto still in the same position. But the runes on the stone circle were glowing. Kakashi-sensei, you're not that bright, you know that. Why do you say that, Naruto? Naruto grinned. This armor mode is called Hell Knight. Emphasis on hell. I cannot be affected by fire. Kakashi noticed something. Wait, the explosion hit your entire body. Your face doesn't have any armor on it. Why isn't it burned? Did you see that second skin? That is the armor. Even though it seems like my face is exposed, it is more just for looks. The armor surrounds my entire body. This isn't good. I'm going to have to find a weakness in that armor. Maybe I should use a Suiden jutsu. Kakashi rushed toward Naruto and began making seals, but then Naruto grinned even bigger and said, Kakashi-sensei. He said in a playful voice, that fireball didn't just disappear. Naruto stuck out one hand and aimed it at the one-eyed Junin. What is he? Kakashi didn't finish his thought when the runes glowed red again. Suddenly fire came out from Naruto's palm and was sent to Kakashi. Shit, thought Kakashi as he tried to move out of the way. Boom. The fire hit the Junin and exploded. Naruto was laughing his head off while the other two students were wide-eyed at the fact that their sensei was just burned to death. However, Naruto felt a cold tip touching his neck. He looked back and saw Kakashi holding a kunai to his neck. He looked back and saw the charred remains of a log. Stupid substitution. Kakashi's eyes smiled. It seems you lost. Naruto spinned around quickly and stabbed downward with his blade. Kakashi moved out of the way and was about to strike when he saw the sword hit the ground. The surrounding terrain in a foot radius circle burst into flames. Then he smelled something burning. He looked down and saw a small pool of lava gathering. Kakashi jumped away before he met a hellish fate. Then he saw a pair of very burned hands sticking out of the pool as if they were reaching for something. They were trying to drag me in, thought Kakashi. Jigoku no Kishimoto. Yogen Puru, lava pool. Naruto wasn't done. He then made some more unfamiliar and familiar seals and then said, Jigoku no Kishimoto. Jigoku no Akushu. Hell handshake. Out of the same pool of lava, a giant skeletal hand came out and reached toward Kakashi. What the hell is this? Summoning? Where does a kid learn these moves? Kakashi had to run around the hand to prevent being captured. Where are you going, sensei? Said Naruto mockingly. It just wants to give you a handshake. Bring. Naruto's eyes widened. Kakashi jumped away the hellish limb and smirked. It seems like you're out of time. Sakura and Sasuke were wide-eyed. They just saw their teammate nearly kill their sensei with some hellish techniques. But then Kakashi said, since you didn't get any bells, you all fail. You'll all be sent back to the academy. Both the emo and Banshee were going to object, but then Naruto went up to Kakashi and started to whisper something into his ear. His face changed from surprise, understanding, and agreement. Then he said, okay, Naruto will not be sent back to the academy, he passes. Sakura was quiet in surprise. This transfer student was going to pass while her Sasuke-kun wasn't. Sakura then decided to ask her sensei on why this was so when Sasuke said, why? Why him? What did he do that we didn't? Kakashi looked at Sasuke and said, he understood. Sasuke had a confused look on his face. Kakashi saw this and said, "Let me give you a hint." He went over to a stone in the field. "This is a memorial stone. Everyone here has been Kia." He looked back and said, "My sensei said this. Those who break the rules are trash, but those who abandon their friends are worse than trash. These people gave up their lives protecting their friends. You too, try and figure out the true meaning of the test." Sakura thought for a moment. The true meaning? Let's think it over. Okay, we had to get the bells away from Kakashi-sensei, but he's a Junin. Wait, how can one genin defeat a Junin? Wait, there are only 2 bells. That's it? Sakura had a smug look on her face. I got it. The true meaning behind this test was teamwork, wasn't it? Kakashi's eyes smiled. Still creepy. Good job, Sakura. A team would only hold me back. Everyone turned to Sasuke's direction. I need to get enough power to kill him, and you people would hold me back. Kakashi sighed, thinking, I guess Itachi really scarred him. Naruto glared at Sasuke. Oh, really? Then why the hell are you stuck in the ground? Sasuke remained silent and glared at Naruto. No answer? If you had asked Sakura for help, you could have distracted Kakashi-sensei while she got the bells. Sasuke grunted. Her? Help me, don't kid around, she's useless. She can't even defend herself. How do you think she would help him? Sasuke couldn't finish the sentence because he was grabbed by the scruff of the neck and thrown down. Then Naruto decided he needed an ass-kicking. As Naruto was beating the crap out of the Avenger, Sakura and Kakashi took a step forward to stop him, but Naruto yelled, "Don't interfere. People like him can only learn through eccentric methods." He resumed the beating and yelled, "Why can't you stop me? Stop me from hitting you if you're oh so great." Sasuke was looking bruised up. You know, if you had our teammates helping you, you could stop me. But you're so arrogant that your pride came back to bite you in the ass. You have no idea how lucky you are. If I had as many people to help me like you do, my childhood could have been better. Yet, you're insulting your teammates. You have no idea what I would do to have your life. So stop being an arrogant bastard and accept other people's help. If you don't, you'll never kill your target. Naruto stopped hitting Sasuke. He got ready for any attack from Sasuke, but he just laid there. He was silent until he said, "So you know that pain as well." Naruto scoffed. "Not only do I know it, I understand and I know how to use it in my life to achieve my goals. You do not, and that is why you'll always be weak." Sasuke stood up and left. Sakura yelled, "Where are you going, Sasuke-kun?" He looked back for a moment before saying, "To the hospital. Naruto not only knocked some sense into me, but some teeth too." Sakura was about to scold Naruto when she noticed he was already going home. Kakashi yelled at both of them, "By the way, since you understand now, you all pass. Team meetings tomorrow at 10. He was about to shushin away when Sakura asked him, "Sensei, what did Naruto say to you before when he was whispering?" He thought for a moment. Flashback. Naruto whispered, "Sensei, the true meaning of this test is teamwork, isn't it?" Kakashi was surprised. He figured it out. "How did you?" Naruto grinned. "When I waited for Sasuke and Sakura to be defeated, I was thinking. Plus the Kyuubi helped me." Kakashi nodded. "I see." Naruto sheepishly rubbed the back of his head as he said, "Well, more of Kyuubi telling me what it was. I'm not the smartest person you'll meet." Kakashi laughed. "That I can agree on." End flashback. He figured out the meaning of the test about halfway through and wanted to see if you would get it before the bell rang. Kakashi kind of lied. But Sakura seemed fine with that answer. She left for home. "Bye, sensei. See you at 10 tomorrow." Kakashi thought to himself, "Well, it seems I'm going to have an interesting time with this team." The Hokage said, "Report, Team 1 fails, Team 2 fails, Team 3 fails, Team 4 fails, Team 5 fails, Team 6 fails. And I see Kakashi hasn't arrived yet, not surprising." One Junin said, "Does it matter? He probably failed another team again." The Hokage nodded. Then continue. Team 8 passes. Team 9 passes. Team 10 passes. Kakashi poofed into the room. "Ah, Kakashi. So nice of you to join us. Please report." Team 7 passes. Everyone widened their eyes. A Junin with a green spandex suit with a Chunin vest came over and said, "My youthful rival. You finally passed a team. It seems that our youthful battle is at a tie again." Did you say something? Everyone's sweat dropped as this Junin started to yell about being hip and youthfulness. The Hokage, however, was interested in something else. "Why did you pass this team, Kakashi?" One of the Junin said, "It must be because the Uchiha was on the team." Kakashi replied, "Actually Sasuke almost failed and now is in the hospital due to an ass-kicking," quoting Naruto. The Junin started clamoring, asking who would hurt their precious Uchiha. The Hokage yelled, "Silence! Kakashi, please continue." Kakashi told the old leader everything, including what Naruto whispered to him and the beating of the Uchiha. A Junin with the forehead protector as a head covering yelled, "We should go to that demon's house," and the Junin found a kunai next to him on the wall. The Hokage glared. "If you finish that sentence, you'll be spending 10 rounds in the T&A department. I'll have Ibiki meet you personally." No one made a sound. "Is that all?" asked Sarutobi. "Then you're dismissed." When everyone disappeared, he took out a bottle of sake and took a big drink. He felt that this was going to be a long night. Tora must die, thought Naruto. Team 7 was on their mission to catch the daimyo's wife's cat. This D-rank mission is well known throughout the Fire Country, for the cat always escapes. This time it was Team 7's turn, and needless to say, Naruto hated that cat. "Armor. Are you in position?" Naruto heard over his headset. "Yeah, I am. What about Imo and Banshee?" "I hate you, Naruto," said both Sasuke and Sakura. Naruto looked between 2 trees and a bush. He saw some rustling and "Cyclops, I can see the target." "Okay, Armor, go." Naruto jumped out of his hiding spot and dived into the bush. He lifted a striped cat out of the leaves. Striped, red bow tie on its ear. "Cyclops, I've acquired the target." Back at the tower, Team 7 watched as the daimyo's wife crushed the life out of the cat. Sasuke and Sakura stepped away from Naruto as he laughed evilly and said, "A little more. Let me hear the bones snap." The daimyo's wife paid the amount of a D rank and left. The Hokage looked at his paper and said, "Kakashi, your team can do another mission. You can choose from weeding a garden, painting a fence, watering the..." "No." The Hokage looked up at Naruto. "What do you mean no?" "Old man, these aren't ninja missions. Why can't we do something more high level?" Iruka yelled, "Naruto! Show the Hokage-sama some respect. You are fresh out of Academy Genin. You are not ready to go on these dangerous missions." Naruto looked at Iruka. "I thought I proved myself capable of protecting myself when I fought Mizuki-sensei." Iruka turned a little green as he remembered what happened. Sasuke and Sakura looked at each other, obviously confused on what did happen to Mizuki. The Hokage sighed. "I'm too old for this shit." He reached over and got a scroll with a C on it. "I can give a C-rank mission, but that's it. Please come in, Tazuna-san." The door opened, showing a drunken, middle-aged man with a bottle of sake in his hand. "What? I asked for ninjas and you give me one capable-looking ninja and 3 brats. Can those children really protect me? One has duck-ass hair." Sasuke growled. "That girl seems like she would give up as soon as she saw a bandit." Sakura cracked her knuckles. "And that last one, are you even trying to be a ninja? What ninja wears all white?" He lifted the sake to his lips and found a kunai at throat. He looked back and saw Naruto standing there with the kunai. "What ninja?" "A ninja who could kick your ass if you insult me or my team again." Tazuna gulped. "They'll do." Kakashi looked at his team and client. "We'll meet at the gates in an hour. Go and get ready for this mission." 1 hour later, the genin of Team 7 stood waiting at the gate. Naruto had packed lots of ramen for the trip since his weapons were either sealed or could be activated by seals. So he had a lot of room. Kakashi walked to the gate with Tazuna. It was pretty funny as Sakura attacked Kakashi, yelling that the one-eyed Junin would never be on time. They left towards Tazuna's home, the Wave Country. Sakura started asking about the wave, but Naruto just tuned her out. After about 10 minutes, he saw a puddle up ahead. Naruto's eye twitched. "And they complain I'm not stealthy. I mean, it hasn't rained for days." He looked at Kakashi and saw that he also knew that it was a genjutsu. They walked past it and 2 ninja rose out of the puddle. They had gauntlets and had a sharp chain connecting one ninja to another. They rushed toward the one-eyed Junin, wrapped him with the chain and pulled. He was minced into multiple pieces. Sakura was panicking. Kakashi-sensei. One of the two ninjas said, "One down, 4 to go." They looked at the rest of Team 7. "We are the Demon Brothers. We have been hired to kill that man over there, so why don't you kids slowly walk away from him?" Naruto rushed the left brother. This brother lifted up his gauntlet, ready to strike, but before he could, he disappeared. He looked around, but couldn't see him. It seems he was smart enough to run away. "Brother, let's kill the rest quickly, brother." Broth. He looked at his brother and was very surprised to see that he had been on the ground dead with Naruto sitting on him and his blade through his neck. "Yo. Brother." The live demon brother called. "I'll kill you." He swiped horizontally. Naruto blocked it with his sword and kicked his leg. The demon brother fell forward and Naruto stomped on his head, knocking him out. He looked at everyone. "Okay, we're safe for now." Sakura looked like she was going to cry. But Kakashi-sensei was. "Oh yeah, I almost forgot about him." The three people sweat dropped. How does someone forget someone being killed? Then Naruto looked at a single tree and said, "You can come out now." The Junin jumped out of the tree. Sakura exclaimed, "Sensei, you're okay." "Sorry, but I wanted to see what they were after." "Tazuna-san, why were these ninjas after you?" Tazuna told them about the current wave and how the boss of a shipping company named Gato had blocked off wave from trade. Right now, it was in a poor state, but if they finished the bridge, they could recover. And I couldn't pay for a higher rank mission, so I had to get a C rank. Please, I'm sorry I lied, but there wasn't any other way. Well, now it is at least a B rank mission. It is up to my team if they want to continue. Naruto started walking toward the wave. I don't really have a choice. If I didn't go, I could never look at myself. Plus the people I know would kill me if I abandoned in the middle of a mission. So you know my answer. Sasuke said, "I'm going too. It would be a good time to test my strength." Sakura decided to go too. Her crush on Sasuke had dwindled a bit due to the incident after the test, but she was the president of his fan club. She wouldn't be taken down that easily. "I'm going too." "Well, let's continue, shall we?" They walked until they got into a forestry area. Suddenly Sasuke threw a kunai into a bush. When he went to investigate, he found a white rabbit shaking in fear. Sakura squealed as she grabbed and hugged the poor creature because it was cute. Kakashi thought, I thought Naruto would detect something like that first." He looked at Naruto and saw he was sleeping. How the hell? Was he sleepwalking? Naruto woke up and shouted, "Everyone, get down!" A sword flew by their heads and embedded itself in the tree. A man was standing on said sword. Kakashi said, "Momochi Zabuza, the demon of the hidden mist." Well, if it isn't copycat Kakashi. I am honored to meet you and your famous Sharingan." Sharingan? How does Kakashi-sensei have that? Only an Uchiha could have it? Kakashi pulled up his forehead protector showing his famous eye. "The battle will be all canon. I really don't want to write something that you can just go and watch. I'm too lazy." Kakashi was trapped in Zabuza's Suiru no Jutsu. Kakashi yelled, "Run, he's too strong for you. Protect the client." Sasuke smirked. "Kakashi-sensei, don't you remember? Those who break the rules are trash. But those who abandon their friends are worse than trash," finished Sakura. "Right, Naruto." She looked at him and found him sleeping while standing. How long was he? Was he sleeping the entire time? Zabuza laughed. Looks like one of your friends can't protect himself. Or that's what I would like to say if." He pulled out his sword with his free hand and swung backwards. He wasn't so smart enough to make a distraction. He heard a poof as his sword hit a cage bunshin. The real Naruto opened his eyes. When did he make a bunshin? Thought his teammates. Naruto stared at Zabuza before saying, "I guess you are around my sensei's level when it comes to skill and power. I'll have to go all out." He made the seal. Yorodon. Jigoku no Kishimoto. The second skin and white light appeared and disappeared to show the Hell Knight Naruto. Zabuza widened his eyes. Then he smiled. "Well, it seems you may be a challenge, but looks are deceiving. Show me what you got." Zabuza made hand seals and created 5 Mizu Bunshin. Naruto made some seals himself and stuck both his hands out toward the Bunshins, Zabuza, and Kakashi. Then he shouted, "Hey, Kakashi-sensei. If Zabuza releases the jutsu before the jutsu hits, I'm sorry for any burns you may get." Kakashi's eye widened. "Wait, don't, too late." Naruto yelled, "Jigoku no Kishimoto. Goka no Jutsu." A dark red fire blasted out of Naruto's hands. The runes on the stone were glowing red. The fire took out all the Mizu Bunshins and was hurtling toward the pair of high-level ninjas. Zabuza released the jutsu and jumped out of the way. Kakashi dived underwater quickly before he was incinerated. He surfaces yelling, "Naruto! You nearly killed me." Naruto held up 2 fingers. "First, I nearly killed you. Keyword nearly. Second, I knew I wouldn't kill you. More burn horribly beyond repair." Sakura, Sasuke, and Tazuna stepped away from Naruto. Kakashi thought, "Damn it, I had the Sharingan on the entire time. I'm low on chakra. It seems like you have some interesting jutsu. I've never heard of a jutsu where you can shoot fire from your hands." "But," Zabuza said while noticing the unique sword on Naruto's back, "let's see your swordmanship." Their hands and weapons became a blur. The spectators could only hear metal clashing. Zabuza taunted, "Not bad, but you're going to be better to beat me." But in the inside he was thinking, "This kid is strong. I can't get an upper hand. Maybe I should try something different." He jumped away before Naruto could slice him and made some seals. Sweden. Suiryuden no Jutsu. A giant water dragon rose out of the lake and hurtled toward Naruto. Naruto did Jigoku no Kishimoto, Goka no Jutsu, and pointed toward the dragon. The 2 jutsus met, and the dragon won. The water hit Naruto and he was sent flying to the ground. He got back up coughing. "Oh God, I just swallowed 2 tons of fish piss. What should I do? My jutsu isn't strong enough, and as long as he's that close to the lake, I can't make a lava pool. I guess that's my only choice. Hopefully, he won't kill everyone." He made 5 seals that Kakashi recognized. What? How does he know how to do that? Where did he get a contract and with whom? Naruto said, "Kachiyose no Jutsu." A giant poof was heard and smoke covered the area. When it cleared, it revealed Naruto's summon. It was a giant water serpent. The snake contract. No, wait, it seems different. As Kakashi thought, this was different than the regular snakes. It had 2 giant pectoral fins and a giant tail fin. There were scales everywhere, but at the bottom of the snake, the scales were bigger and didn't completely cover the body. "This," Naruto began, "is a Mizuhabi no Akuma, water serpent demon. His name is Ansha." Everyone shivered. This summon had an evil feel, as if he was radiating killer intent. Fear ran down their spines when Ansha spoke. "Ah, Uzumaki-sama. It has been too long." "Yes, it has, Ansha. Sorry, but I need you to attack that man with the sword and mask." Ansha replied, "Certainly, master." He then lunged forward. Zabuza jumped out of the way, but then the demon changed direction so quickly that he couldn't dodge. The demon bit his leg and shook him like a dog. Then he threw him over. Before he hit the ground, Zabuza heard, "Ansha, use Kami Sori no Warpuru, Razor Whirlpool." Zabuza saw as he fell the monster opened his mouth and a swirl of water came out and hit him. He felt an excruciating pain as the water cut him multiple times. He slammed into a tree, bleeding profusely. "Ansha, you can go." "Of course, master." Ansha poofed out. Naruto released his Hell Knight mode and walked over to Zabuza. He summoned his white sword and pointed it at Zabuza. "Your life ends here. I wish I did not need to kill you, but as long as you work for Gato, I am your executioner." He lifted his sword to strike when 2 senbon hit Zabuza in the neck. He slumped down. A hunter nin came out and said, "Thank you. I've been trying to hunt this one down for some time, so thank you for wearing him down for me." The hunter nin picked up Zabuza and shushined away. "Well, let's get going, shall we?" Sakura and Sasuke were wide-eyed. They just saw their teammate beat a missing nin that was at least Junin. He also summoned that thing. Tazuna was afraid yet proud that he got awesome ninjas to protect him. Kakashi had picked himself out of the water since his chakra had somewhat replenished. "Yes, let's get going." They all headed to Tazuna's house. "Inari, Tsunami, Get down here and meet the super awesome ninja team I have to protect me. A boy and his mother came walking down. The mother said, "Welcome, my name is Tsunami. Thank you for helping my father get home safely." Naruto gave a thumbs up. "Don't worry, we wouldn't abandon his drunken ass." "Hey, I'm not drunk all the time." They all laughed. Well, almost all. The little boy yelled, "Why do you even try? You're all going to die anyways. Gato is too strong." He then ran upstairs. Naruto looked at Tsunami. What's his problem? Tsunami and Tazuna explained that the boy, Inari, lost his father to Gato. He was killed because he stood up against Gato. "Well, we're going to have to train right away," said Kakashi. "Why do we need to train? We beat Zabuza, right?" asked Sakura. "No, he may still be alive." Everyone's eyes widened until Naruto said, "What do you mean? That Hunter Nin took care of him." But Hunter Nin always destroy their target on the spot to avoid any villages getting some secrets. That Hunter Nin took him away, so it was probably a fake. Sakura fell to the floor. "We have to face him again? I don't think I can stand any more ki. That's why we'll train, after dinner, of course." After they ate, they went to the forest behind the house. Kakashi faced his team. "We'll be learning how to climb trees." Sakura lifted her hand up. "But sensei, we already know how to climb trees." "But you don't know how to climb with your feet." He then started to walk up the tree. "This is a chakra control exercise. Gather chakra and use it to stick to the tree. Use a kunai and mark your progress." He threw 3 kunais at the genin's feet. Sasuke went to the nearest tree, gathered chakra, and ran toward the tree. He got up 5 steps before he fell down. "That's not enough chakra. Put more in it this time," advised Kakashi. Naruto went up to a tree and gathered chakra. He put 1 foot on the tree and boom! Many trees behind that tree were knocked over while the first tree had its trunk completely knocked over. There was a 10 meters crater from where he was standing. Whoops! Kakashi was surprised. He expected the blonde to put too much chakra, but this was ridiculous. Naruto went to Kakashi and said, "Oi, Kakashi-sensei. I can't do this exercise. I put the smallest amount of chakra into that tree, but it was still way too much." "Naruto, there are 2 reasons that I want you to learn this. First is that most ninja could run up walls and walk on water. How do you expect to fight with them?" Naruto's eyes widened, not in surprise, but as if he got something. "That's it? I can walk on walls and water." This time Kakashi's eyes widened. "Really?" Naruto walked up to the nearest non-destroyed tree and started to walk up the tree. "See? How did you do it? That shouldn't be possible with your control." Naruto said, "Well, remember, I can shape my armor any way I want. My armor is basically chakra. So I gather chakra at my feet and shape them to have little hooks so they grab on. For water, I just make a panel of chakra at my feet and float on top of the water." Kakashi's eyes widened again. "Okay, it seems like you fixed that part of the problem. But the second part is that the chakra control makes you stronger." Naruto stared at his sensei. "Do you want me to make another pool of lava or maybe summon Ansha again?" Kakashi shook his head violently. "No thank you, so, what should I do?" Kakashi thought for a moment. "Why don't you tell me about your summons? I'm still not sure what kind of contract you have." Naruto gave a smug smile. "It's the demon contract." Kakashi's eyes widened. "Demon? How on earth did you get it?" "I didn't." "What? You said on earth." "I didn't get it on earth. I got from hell." Kyuubi thought the best place to train would be there since there are a lot of powerful training partners. Kakashi's mouth gaped open. His student had gone to hell and survived. Naruto continued. "The demons didn't attack me right away because I had the Kyuubi in me, but I didn't get any respect from them. I fought starting at the lowest. I trained until I could beat some master-level demons." "Master level?" "Yes. There are 4 ranks that a demon could achieve. Low level, medium level, high level, and master level." Kakashi nodded to indicate he understood. "When I had beaten some master levels, I had gotten respect from many demons. Ansha was the first demon to show respect. He's a high-level demon." Kakashi asked, "So you have other summons as well?" Naruto nodded. "I have 1 demon for each earth element. I have a water demon which is Ansha. I also have an earth, fire, lightning, and wind demon as a summon. You have one for each? Then what's your element? Do you know? Last time I checked, I was a wind user, but since I have the Kyuubi's chakra, I'm also a secondary fire user. So you know wind and fire jutsu? No, I only know fire. That's all that Kyuubi could teach me. I was planning on making an armor that had wind as an element, but I have been unsuccessful so far. Wind is a hard element to harness. Kakashi thought, maybe I could give him to Asuma. He may be able to help him. Why don't you tell me about your armors? Naruto grinned. Sorry, no can do. I don't give demonstrations. If you want to see them, you have to see me in battle. Kakashi sighed. Naruto was a pain in the butt, but he felt like Naruto could get infinitely worse. You can go. Do whatever you want. Naruto headed back to where Sakura and Sasuke were. He saw Sasuke still practicing while Sakura was just standing there, watching the training emo. He went over to Sakura. You done? She smiled. Yeah, it was really easy. Naruto looked at her. I don't want to burst your bubble, but the only reason you accomplished that so quickly was because you have small chakra reserves. You might want to do this exercise again. If you keep doing it, you should get stronger. That made sense in Sakura's mind. Okay, but how do you know so much about it? I had a very annoying furball teach me all this. How dare you, after all I've done for you? Naruto could swear he heard crying. Furball? What? Thought Sakura. Anyways, go on, keep training. Naruto leaned against a tree and watched his teammates' progress. Then Sasuke walked up to Naruto. What do you want? You said back in Konoha that you knew how to use the pain we both know, but I don't. How do you use that pain to get stronger? You got the first part correct. You use the pain and hate to give you motivation and a goal. But that's as far as you should go. You shouldn't use hate and pain to get power. After you realize what your goal is, then you drop the hate. Don't forget it. But don't let it control your life. Then when you accomplish this, find something to protect. When you do, your determination to protect will make you stronger. Can you give me an example? Let's take your life for example. The weak guy who only knows hate would try to kill his brother to avenge his clan. The strong guy who protects would get stronger than his brother to show that he surpassed him. Then he would restore his clan to tell his brother that he failed. I see. But my brother is too strong. I don't think that will make me stronger so I can defeat Itachi. Naruto's eyes widened. Wait. Your brother is Uchiha Itachi? Sasuke nodded. You said something about him being your target. Naruto started to laugh. Then he thought of something. Maybe you need a rival. Someone else to beat other than Itachi. I fought him before so I know that he is too strong. You're aiming too high. Sasuke thought of his possible rivals. Then he looked up and said, how about you? You could be my rival. Naruto thought. Then he replied, right now, as you are, you're not strong enough to aim for my level. But if you can get your Sharingan in time, you could get stronger. So just aim for your Sharingan. When you do, I'll acknowledge you as my rival and we could both get stronger. Sasuke nodded. Sasuke walked away to train and think about what just happened. Good thing I learned that from Kyuubi and Yugito a long time ago. But if Sasuke could get the Sharingan, I'll be able to get stronger and defeat Uchiha Madara. Naruto left the place to see how the bridge building was going. Their reaction was instant. They quickly moved to the edges of the training field. Well, Sasuke did. Sakura kind of hesitated. Naruto was on the ground laughing and rolling around. That was until his teammates came and had hit him on his head. Naruto was still rolling around, but he wasn't laughing, he was holding his head. They went back to Tazuna's house. Tsunami had prepared dinner for them. Sakura said she couldn't eat when she was so sweaty so she went to take a shower. Naruto and Sasuke really didn't care and began an eating contest with each other. Naruto should have won since he eats more than Sasuke. But all Naruto ate was ramen so the other food didn't go down well. Result: both puking up their dinner all over the floor. Though that was gross, there was a cheerful atmosphere. Even to Sasuke because when Sakura came back, she didn't ask him on a date. But of course, in the ninja world, it can't stay that way. Whether you're attacked, you lose a friend in battle, or you just pissed off a kunoichi, it won't stay the same. Today however it was Inari walking into the room. He looked like he was crying a moment ago. Then he yelled, "Why do you guys train? You're all going to die. I told you, Gato is too strong. Then he left. Everyone except Naruto pitied the boy. Naruto wanted to teach the boy that there always is someone stronger. Plus, Mr. Happy Sunshine was getting on his nerves, so he might include a beating somewhere in his plan. The next day, Sakura and Sasuke went to train with Kakashi. Sasuke was going to learn, or try to learn, water walking. Sakura was going to increase her chakra reserves. Naruto went to the bridge and see if he could help out. The workers were especially happy to have him when he showed the cage bunshin and made 100 of them. He made 25 go and make the blocks, 25 went to lay down the blocks, 50 to build the supports. The day went by and Team 7 returned to Tazuna house. The same thing happened like yesterday, except there was no puking. But just like yesterday, Inari came in. But what he said was different. You're all going to die. Why don't you give up? You can't do anything against Gato. He's too strong. Naruto said, yeah. Heard all this before. Same answer as always. Why don't you let us try? There's always someone stronger than everyone. Inari yelled, how could you understand? You live in your village without the turmoil. You could never understand true suffering. The entire area dropped a few degrees. Kakashi thought, oh crap. That kid is dead. Naruto disappeared and reappeared in front of Inari. He then picked him up by his neck and slammed him against the wall. I don't know suffering. You have no idea. My entire life has been filled with suffering. I had assassination attempts over 300 times. Naruto was unconsciously drawing the Kyuubi's chakra, which caused his demonic voice to pop up. Did you ever have to eat out of the garbage so you can survive? Were you ever kicked out of your home because you defended yourself from an attack? Were you ever beaten every single fucking day of your life? Were you? Inari was shaking. And no, of course not. That was me. You complain that Gato will kill you all, yet you have done nothing to try and prevent that. Did you know? I would kill for me to have your life. At least you have your mother and grandfather, and the people don't hate you. I had nothing. Nothing when I was born, nothing in my childhood. I had no parents to comfort me, no friends to play with, but you dare and say that I don't know true suffering. Kakashi intervened. Enough. Naruto. Naruto calmed down, but as soon as he did, he went out the door, slamming it behind him. Inari was on the floor crying. Everyone was shaken up. Sakura asked, is that true, Kakashi-sensei? Kakashi sighed. No, it is not. Everyone relaxed. That baka. I should really. Sakura was cut off by Kakashi. That wasn't true. That was the sugar-coated version on what actually happened. Everyone's eyes widened. Tsunami started crying, and Tazuna had found newfound respect for the boy. Sakura joined Tsunami and Inari, but Sasuke was deep in thought. He understood why Naruto was so much stronger. He knows pain better than I do. I felt that one night of pain, and that pain has carried me throughout life. But he had his entire life full of pain. I can't beat him. Then he perked up. No, he said he would accept me as a rival if I got the Sharingan. I will get stronger, and I will make Naruto acknowledge me as his rival. Flashback end. The end. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next part.